Right, no cap, nigga. What you talking about? We with it. Y'all niggas hoes. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know how to get. Get back, you dirty in my eyes.
Hey, Knox, this that way.
Oh.
Me and your bitch gon' have sex. If she look me in my eyes, me and your hoe just met. Already on family time. You and your niggas get left. Me and my ass get right. Nigga in his neck with this nasty ass name. Pop, perk, throw up my set. Ain't a yap out the rack. I can't give a fan no hug. They don't understand my vibe. They don't understand my side. They don't understand my pride. Me and my niggas out for blood. You and your niggas about to die. I can't show a nigga love. He ain't ready for the slide. Say I can't show a nigga love if he ain't ready for the slide. He ain't turned up like me. He ain't on tip like I. Get a burnt up white tee. Get the fuck with my squad. I had an attitude problem. Yeah, stay angry. Get your bitch booty naked. Go mate. Keep a stick on my person. Ain't for play. Keep a brick it till we working. Got that yay. I might fly your BM with her line ass. Fuck around stuff a script in her fine ass. AR got an army issue clip. Where you find that? I ain't get that bitch from Action Impact. That's whole fan them. Few of my niggas got them CC dubs while we riding with them. Few of my niggas don't. But on God, still on sight with her. We'll shoot you up if you want it or fight with you. Lately, I ain't had no time for it. Got them pipes on it. Back this bitch up. Light this bitch up. This ain't no stick ups, but them sticks up. He stuck with the boo-boo face, he got his bitch fucked. Got her picked up, yeah, she ain't the dick up. Y'all don't spend no blocks, spend no money, y'all don't spend nothing. She get deep, we get on your ass, and we get money. Always trying to flip something, a nigga or his pickup. The hoe gon' give me head, she have dead and got the hiccup. I ain't got no problem with you, but I still up a chopper on you. You gotta play by side of the rules. Man, hit a nigga with a bottle, you do. Sticks follow up, get talking on dude. Rich follow up, get fine on dude. Yeah, I'ma take a hood right to the room. Can't no late nigga fuck up my mood. Woo! Keep the party going like it's Mardi Gras. Got the flamethrower, nothing body door. I was mad at my motherfucking business. I wasn't even trying to buy the oil. I ain't scared of you, nigga, not at all. I ain't sparing you, I ain't tired of all. Put a fair on you, we gon' round it off. To the nearest styles, then knock you off. 2K, we drop you up. Still shoot your man, see knock you off. Sorry, boss look like cotton balls. To my fiend, I'm getting off. Ain't none of them got no fitting off. I can never rip them off. Motherfuckers got my people rich off dog. Pop, perk, throw up my set. Ain't a yap out the rack. I can't give a fan no hugs. They don't understand my vibe. They don't understand my side. They don't understand my pride. Me and my niggas out for blood. You and your niggas about to die. I can't show a nigga love. He ain't ready for the slide. Say I can't show a nigga love if he ain't ready for the slide. He ain't turned up like me. He ain't on tip like I. Get a burnt up white tee. Get the fuck with my squad.
Hey, Knox, this that way.
Me and your bitch gon' have sex. If she look me in my eyes, me and your hoe just met. Already on family time. You and your niggas get left. Me and my ass get right. Nigga in his neck with this nasty ass name. Pop, perk, throw up my set. Ain't a yap out the rack. I can't give a fan no hug. They don't understand my vibe. They don't understand my side. They don't understand my pride. Me and my niggas out for blood. You and your niggas about to die. I can't show a nigga love. He ain't ready for the slide. Say I can't show a nigga love if he ain't ready for the slide. He ain't turned up like me. He ain't on tip like I. Get a burnt up white tee. Get the fuck with my squad. I had an attitude problem. Yeah, stay angry. Get your bitch booty naked. Go mate. Keep a stick on my person, ain't for play. Keep a brick it till we workin', got that yay. I might fly your BM with her line is. Fuck around stuff a script in her fine ass. AR got an army issue clip, where you find that? I ain't get that bitch from Action Impact, that's whole fan them. Few of my niggas got them CC dubs while we riding with them. Few of my niggas don't, but on God, still on sight with her. We'll shoot you up if you want it, or fight with you. Lately, I ain't had no time for it, got them pipes on us. Pack this bitch up, light this bitch up. This ain't no stick up, but them sticks up. He stuck with the boo face, he got his bitch fucked. Got her picked up, yeah, she ain't the dick up. Y'all don't spend no blocks, spend no money, y'all don't spend nothing. She get deep, we get on your ass, and we get money. Always trying to flip something, a nigga or his pickup. The hoe gon' give me head, she half dead and got the hiccup. I ain't got no problem with you, but I still up a chopper on you. You gotta play by side of them rules, man. Hit a nigga with a bottle, he through. Sticks follow up, get the socket on dude. We just follow up, you find on dude. Yeah, I'ma take a hood right to the room, can't no late nigga fuck up my mood. Woo! Keep the party going like it's Mardi Gras. Got the flamethrower, nothing body door. I was mad at my motherfucking business, I wasn't even trying to buy the oil. I ain't scared of you, nigga, not at all. I ain't sparing you, I ain't tired of all. Put a fair on you, we gon' round it off. To the nearest styles, then knock you off. 2K, we drop you up. Still shoot your man, see knock you off. Sorry, A-balls look like cotton balls. To my feet, I'm getting off. Ain't none of them got no fitting off. I can never rip them off. Motherfuckers got my people rich off dog. Pop, perk, throw up my set. Ain't a yap out the rack. I can't give a fan no hooks. They don't understand my pad. They don't understand my side. They don't understand my pride. Me and my niggas out for blood. You and your niggas about to die. I can't show a nigga love. He ain't ready for the slide. Say, I can't show a nigga love if he ain't ready for the slide. He ain't turned up like me. He ain't on tip like I. Get a burnt up white tee. Get the fuck with my squad. Oh.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform, man. Much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Shout out to everybody. Tuned in right now. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Make sure you like the stream on the way in, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. After you like the stream, make sure you share the stream, man. Share the show. Share the show. Share it in your community tab, Facebook, anywhere that you share videos. Make sure you share this show, man. It's very much appreciated. If you're new here, if you're a first-time listener, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we drop some new content. Also, make sure you financially support the show. You can do that by going to CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. That's CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV is where you can go to financially support the show. It's very much appreciated. You also can hit the super chat button, leave your questions, your comments, and I will post them. All other donation links is in the chat room. You can just click one of those links at any time, and you can proceed with your donation. Shout out to the Masculine Mercenaries. Shout out to the Masculine Mercenaries. One love to all the Madam Mercenaries, man. And we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And we got another one. So like I said, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the stream, and make sure y'all contribute to the show. Y'all see the title. Who you are versus what you are. Who you are versus what you are. Now, what made me come up with this? What made me come up with this is the simple fact that, once again, we have a problem where black men who obviously shares the same personal struggle tries to use their self-proclaimed authority over other black men to prove some form of dominance in this dominant hierarchy that we have going on here. So what we have here is we have guys who have certain labels connected to themselves, and they're using that as a form of authority where they think that they can silence or put a gag order on guys who they think are lower than them. Now, this is a direct effect of what we speak about in this space called white supremacy. You see, this is what happens when you go through the trials and tribulations of white academia and you get this sense of authority over other black men because what they teach you in these institutions is you become superior to the black men who don't do what you do. So if you don't do what master tell you to do, or if you decide to do what master tells you to do, you are better than the Negro who decided to rebel. You see, this is the problem, or this is the mentality of the 10%. You see, and this is where a lot of black men want to be in society. They want to be a part of that black elitist class where they basically hold some authority over quote unquote low-level Negroes, which is Pookies and Ray Rays. Right? And the Pookies and the Ray Rays are nothing but the rebels of white supremacy. See, they won't say that part. See, Pookie and Ray Ray decided to not participate the way you guys did. See, they won't say that. See, your so-called Pookies and Ray Rays are the guys that, quote unquote, the white academia guys, they children worship. You know, Jay-Z, you know, 50 Cent, you know, these guys are the guys that the offspring of the 10% worship. A perfect example of this is Obama's daughter, Sasha Obama. Y'all see the pictures that just came out about her. He's part of the black elite, but his children love low-level nigga shit. You see? See, because what a child is looking to develop is who they are. They're trying to find themselves. This is why you see Sasha Obama doing what she's doing. She's expressing who she is. She doesn't give a fuck who her parents are to the world. See, because to the world, that's Michelle and Barack Obama. But to her, those are her parents. See, so this is why you may have people saying, you know, why this girl is acting out. You know, her parents, you know, her father was the president, this, that, and the third. That's because she don't give a damn what her father is or what her father was. Who Barack Obama is her father. That's who he is. See, when the cameras is off and the lights come down, Barack Obama is not the president of the United States in his house. He's a father to children. And the children don't care about daddy's job. Because that's what Obama had. He had a great job. You see, his daughters don't care about that. Because children don't care about how you're feeding them. They start thinking about that stuff in retrospect once they become grown and they have to fend for themselves. You see? But she's not at that age yet. So she doesn't care how it looks to everyone else in the world. She's doing her. She don't care how that makes her father look. Y'all care about that. We care about that. Not her, because that's her father. He's Obama to us. See, it's not. We're dealing with who you are or who people are versus what people are. And I just spoke about this in a stream called Are You Self-Identified? Are you self-defined? And there's a lot of people around here and in life in general who allows society to define who they are based on what they do. Let me repeat that. The problem with people around here in this space and in life in general is they allow society to dictate who they are based on what they do. We are seeing a great example of this right now in the new season of Power. You know, the new episode started again. And in this season, Tariq has a professor, a black dude, who doesn't like him. He's very jealous and envious of him. And he's jealous and envious of Tariq, one, He don't understand how he's able to get to that school. 2, he doesn't understand how he has the impact on people. See, some people don't understand why you have the impact you have, and they don't like that shit. They think you're not deserving of that reverence. They don't think you've earned that. This is what you see in this season of power. But being that he's highly educated, see, a lot of these highly educated guys are sharks too. They're sharks. They're wolves. See? Because this is how you gotta be in white academia to survive. You gotta be somewhat of a shark, or you'll get rolled over. You see? And see, in power, he is being rolled over. But he's being rolled over by the gynocracy. See? He's mad at the fact that his co-worker that he used to be smashing likes Tariq. And he actually thinks Tariq is smashing her. This is a staff member. See, pay attention. Pay attention. So because of this, he's not only jealous of Tariq, and he's doing things to hurt Tariq. He's also he's extracting the good things that he's seeing Tariq, and he's using him as a muse to write his new book. He's using him for content. Because he's actually a case study. Because see, if you gather the reverence of other people, some guys sit back and watch that. And they watch how your influence grows. And they listen to how people are whispering your names in the shadows. And he's listening to people repeat things and repeat what you've started. And people are saying, oh no, that came from such and such. Oh no, he started that. You have influence. And some guys think you don't deserve that. But they also can use that. See? And that is what the professor is doing in power with Tariq. Because what he's going to do is he's going to use Tariq as a muse to write his new book, to put himself back on this pedestal, to regain the love and the reverence of the woman. You see? Because Tariq represents Pookie and Ray Ray. You know, his father was a drug kingpin who was murdered in his own nightclub, who was also about to be the goddamn governor. So who do this little nigga think he is coming up in my motherfucking school taking my bitch. Who do this little degenerate think he is? Coming up in here and all these women like him. Coming up in here and influencing the other men around here. Who do this nigga think he is? This nigga ain't nobody. What he ever done? Listen to how it goes. Who do this nigga think he is? What has he ever done? What accolades and degrees do he have for him to garner this attention? For him to say the things that he says? What did he ever do? For him to think and act the way he act? See, I keep telling y'all this is a spiritual war. I keep telling y'all it's a spiritual war. You got guys spinning narratives and you got guys that's standing on principle. See, this is why it's gonna always be a civil war between the men who understand who they are versus the guys who live based on what they are. See, this is why a man who self-identified had to tell a man who's lost, a sheep, I had to tell him that he was not an educated lame because your education doesn't define you. If you're a lame because you're just lame. You see, I had to explain that concept of who you are versus what you are. You're not a educated lame, you're just lame. See, because when you when you attach educated to it, that puts a title on you. And a title doesn't define you. A title describes what you do. Are y'all following me? You see? So a doctor is what you do. But if I go and ask the people who are the closest to you, they'll tell me who you are. You see? I'm a content creator. That's what I do. But if you ask my wife who I am, she's going to tell you something else. Are y'all following me? See, this is the real civil war. It's a spiritual war. And it's always been. They even display that in the Marvel and the whole comic book stuff. That's all spiritual stuff. Mythology. That's what all that stuff is based on. You see? This is why the villains, if you actually follow it, the villains were the ones who were against the establishment. This is why they were villainized. This is why they're called villains. Because these were people who were villainized because they weren't for the establishment, like the so-called heroes of the story. See, and you saw that in the last Marvel movie, where they found out that they was defending some shit that Professor X created the whole time. They was fighting a war that he designed and made them feel that they were fighting something that was actually there to destroy them. Y'all remember that part where they said, oh, so this is your war. You see? And this is what people do. They get people to fight their wars when they're at war with themselves. So they go and galvanize other guys who are at war with themselves, and then they call themselves heroes. We coming to save the day. We coming to save Earth from these wicked villainized people. Are y'all following me? Because see, this is what the white supremacists have done with the 10%. They use the 10% to further enslave the 85 and to also ostracize the 5%, which is the poor righteous teachers, which is the masculine mercenaries. And we're dealing with the 10% right now. This is the war. This has always been the war. This is who Malcolm was at war with. This is who Martin Luther King was at war with. Marcus Garvey was at war with. The 10%. The quote unquote heroes who work for white supremacy, who work for Lord Fanny Pack, you know, Professor X, and the establishment, which is white supremacy. This is why I did the video, don't be fooled for the establishment. See, when you follow these type of wicked narratives, you automatically become food. You know, goyim, as the Ashkenazi Jews will say. Goyim. That's how they look at the people in society. Food. But see, what the elites created was they created a subclass of elites, the 10%, to do their dirty work. And they call themselves heroes, you know, like they do in the series, in the comic book. You see? Shout out to Father's Time. I appreciate you, my brother. He said a man who don't stand for something will fall for anything. It's a fact. You see, so This is what this is about. Who you are versus what you are. And see, time after time again, society always wanted Black men to be identified with what they want us to be identified with. See, what you are. This is why Black men commit suicide. This is why it's hard for Black men as a group to progress, because we have an identity crisis. We don't know who we are. We already know what society want us to be. If you want to be that, that's your choice. If you would like to be identified by white supremacy, like the gynocracy, that's on you. But you're not going to stop me from displaying who I am and encouraging other Black men to discover who they are, because what you decided to become. See, because you decide to become an overseer, you think that I'm supposed to be quiet. See? Because you think your title and label scares who I am. What you are doesn't scare who I am. Who I am is much more powerful than what you've been made to be. Let me repeat that so you can hear me clearly. Who I am is much more powerful than what you was designed to be. You see? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Make sure you hit the like button. You see? See, when I say we have to heal before we build, that is me saying that in order for us to build something that will last, and as we can see, that can't be done with guys who identify with what someone else made them. See, that's not going to work with men who are self-identified. You are worldly identified. You are what the white man told you to be. You are what the white man made you. This is why outside of that, you don't know who you are. And this is why you're having problems with women. You want to tell her who she is, and you don't know who you are after you hit the goddamn time clock and take your motherfucking dress socks off. You become a goddamn guppy. You become a lost puppy. Because you don't know who you are. This is why Pookie could take your woman. Because you don't know who you are. You know what you are. You know what you do. You see? See, self-identification is an identification of consciousness. You know, self-awareness. See, y'all are not self-identified because y'all are not self-aware. You think you're self-aware because you went through school and they taught you what they wanted you to know, but they didn't teach you about yourself. They taught you what they want you to become for them. This is why there's a lot of so-called high-value men who are unfulfilled, who are unhappy. And they think that they're going to find themselves when they get a woman. Because they thought that they were going to find themselves when they got that high-paying job that was making them six figures. They thought they were going to find themselves when they got the BMW. They thought they were going to find themselves when they got out of the military and got them that wife within the first couple of years of their marriage, did whatever they said, and then shit went left. See, this is the problem. See, because everything that you thought life would grant you, you thought it would grant you based on what you are. Well, you know, I did this, I graduated from such and such, I graduated from such and such, I worked here, I worked here, I worked here, I worked here. That is a resume of what you've done, not who you are. You see? See, the hard work that you put in, the sleepless nights and all of that, the sacrifices you took, you know, being that you couldn't go to dances and you couldn't go out to the roller skating ring and you couldn't go have fun because you had practice, or you had to go and study, basically sacrificing your whole social life. Those are actually qualities of who you are. But see, y'all think that it's about what you are, because that is what Master told you. See? And this is why you think that you are superior because they told you you were. Because if you was just superior in general, you'll be superior to him. But you're not superior to him because what? He's master. So this is how we know that you're not superior. So this is how we know this is a false sense of authority that was given to you. So this is the same shit that the gynocracy does. You know, when the gynocrat assumes authority over the black man, where if he says something wrong, he can be chastised and silenced. I see a lot of gynocratic activity going on here where we have men behaving like hyenas. You know, if the head hyena in charge says something, the little hyenas come and attack. That's gynocratic in nature. See, so what people like to do around here is hide behind what they are, while simultaneously showing everyone who they are. You see? So you say you're a man of integrity. You're a man of high value. You're this, you're that. But your actions is very gynocratic. You know, threatening to flag people, trying to silence people, creating false beefs. This is gynocrat shit. So if healing in the aspect of speaking on the black man healing is gynocratic, then I guess we all gynocrats around here. I guess we all gynocrats. Because when a black man has an opinion in this space, he's being mauled. See? I think that's gynocratic, isn't it? Last time I checked, that was gynocratic. You see? See, and let me go ahead and explain to y'all the real reason why y'all gonna always have problems with women using the definition of the white supremacists. Because see, you have to understand that the Caucasian man has always used what he portrayed himself to be as his tool to rule. He always used deception. You see? He knows that he's not superior because anyone who knows that they're superior don't say it. It's already understood. You see? See, he understands who's the superior man because he lives off of the superior man. You see? Just like right now, y'all are living off the superior men in this space. We're content. See, what's understood don't have to be said, but a lame is always going to continue to say, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. See? See, y'all have to understand how this works. See? That is how the Caucasian male has always ruled. This is how he got our women to buy into white supremacy. That is how the gynocracy was constructed. The gynocracy is a branch of white supremacy. You see? You get it? Because what? A gynocrat wants the illusion of power like master. So, how about you make me a supervisor of these Negroes? And what I'll do is I'll take on the mindset of master and tell these low-level Negroes that I'm their master. When you upset the establishment, I come down and chastise you. You see how this works? You see? See, because in order for them to survive, they have to keep the attachment, the label. They have to keep it attached to them because they won't be able to eat no other way. These are parasites. You see? See, what white supremacy is the number one parasite. And what they do is they feed from the desperation and the neediness of the 10% of wanting to be like them. So what they do is they give them a crumb of power, and then the crumb tells the other crumbs that they have a whole loaf, and that if you want to eat, you have to bow down to me. See, I know y'all heard this before. You know, a crumb said this. You know, we got crumbs around here portraying to have loaves, like they could feed people. See? They're assuming the role of master. Because if they don't, they won't be able to eat. Because the only other way to eat is off of who you are. You see? So a couple of months ago, we had a crumb say, get down or lay down. And this is the mentality that has been going on. What they was called the state property, ABM. Get down or lay down. And when you lay down, you gonna stay down. Shout out to Hill Zen. Salute, family. See? This is what it's about. Who you are versus what you are. The men who are self-identified versus the men who chose for white supremacy to define them. You see? See, these guys don't even see that how they don't see how gynocratic they are. You know, right now they're playing something called, you know, they're trying to pull rank. You know, this is all gynocratic shit. Y'all know this, right? Trying to silence black men, trying to ostracize them, slandering them. You know, this is gynocratic shit. But this is what's being done to the guys who haven't decided to get down. See, if you don't get down, you're going to lay down. That means no one comes to your platform. That means your name is no good in these manosphere streets. See? That's gynocrat shit. If you don't do what I say, we gonna call the establishment, and they gonna shut you down. But this is what we have going on around here. And it's fine. It's perfectly fine with me. Because, like I said, while trying to portray what you are, a hero, a man who's in favor for black male agency and black male independence, you're actually showing the men who are self-aware who you really are. And who you are means a lot more than what you're trying to portray yourself to be. See, just remember that when you're trying to enforce your gynocratic, megalithic rule and rules and procedures, when you're trying to create this, just understand the men who once honored you because they thought you were honorable, because they thought that's who you were. Just remember, we know that's not who you are. And now we know what you are. Just remember that. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Much love. Make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure y'all share the stream. If you donated, I appreciate it. I will be responding to it on the Cash App. If you didn't donate, you would like to donate, Cash App $SheepStaysLeepTV is where you can go. I appreciate the love and the support. I will be back tonight with another one. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. One love to all the matter mercenaries. One love to all the matter mercenaries. This is DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we gotta heal before we build. We have to heal before we build. Because black men, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.